Good evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. This is Monday, January 19th, and we are doing a team training today on how to share the AO scan, doing a demonstration scan for people. I'm Dr. Sheila Day, if you don't know who I am, founder of Wow Wellness with Solex, and we are so excited about this technology that we have. Information technology that just gives us so much empowerment, and we want to share this with other people so that they can have the same benefits in their own homes, saving so much time, money, and stress. So the more that we get versed in talking about it, more comfortable sharing it, that just helps us to impact and empower other people. So tonight, I'm going to share what I do. It is not right or wrong because we are talking to lots of different audiences. So you need to know your audience. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to a layperson, someone that's highly stressed, someone that is a network marketer, someone that's a practitioner, maybe someone that's looking to change jobs, maybe somebody who's been going clinic to clinic and they're not getting any answers, they're not getting results, they're just tired of going places and not getting answers. Well, we have a solution for all of those people, but we talk to them all differently because they have different problems and we are problem solvers. We have a solution. So we want to address what their problem is, what their need is. When I offer a demonstration scan, I'm typically looking for people who want to be self-empowered. I'm looking for practitioners who want the very best in their clinics to take care of their patients or their clients. So I might run a promotion out on Facebook. You can use Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, lots of different things out there. Whatever's your jam. I just started building on Facebook years ago, and that seems to be where my audience is. But you can do this anywhere. And I like to share my own personal experience. Like when I had a back injury and I knew something was wrong, my comprehensive scan showed my T4 with, oh, I guess it was okay, I think I said it backward earlier. T4 was double ones, double red ones, meaning completely depleted of energy. T3 was showing double nines, excessive energy. When I went to my chiropractor and I could show him the picture, a 3D image of my spine that showed it pointing to L3 or T4 and T3, and I just walked in and he says, "How are you doing?" I said, "Well, I think I have something going on at T3, T4." And he just kind of checked me out. He says, "Well, your T4 is out." I said, "Well, that would be why it's labeled 1-1, no energy, because nothing can get through there if it's out of place, right? And T9 or T3 is excessive because it's trying to compensate." He's like, "How did you know that?" And I showed him the picture, and he was like, "If I was not getting ready to retire, I would want this because it's amazing." I said, "Yeah, it's really cool." So then I make a post and I just share, how cool it is to find out what's going on with my body. And now I can give better information to who I seek care from. If it's things we can take care of ourselves, that's awesome, but I can't put my T4 back in place. I'm not a chiropractor. I depend on him to do that. So the fact that I can take it to him and show him, that helps them take better care of us. Dentists love this scanner because they cannot get the information that the AO scan dental scan can give them. It is phenomenal. And then veterinarians also, they will tell you hands down they have nothing that can give them information about the animals that our AO scan can. So share a personal experience. And if you don't have any of your own, maybe you're just perfect and you don't really have much to share, and that happens. What about someone you worked with, a family member, a friend? Maybe you just helped them decrease pain a little bit or bring down their nervous system. Share a little story and say, "Hey, I'd like to offer you a complimentary scan so you can see what this is and have your own experience because with our new inner voice, they're going to have an experience." So that's the post that I would create when I'm doing it. And then I ask them to comment below or message me if they'd like to have a complimentary scan. When I offer that, I have written out my own little blurb to make it easy so I can just copy paste. And it's usually in Facebook Messenger, whatever modality you're using. That's how I do it. And this is the little thing that I came up with that has worked very well for me. You all are welcome to take this, customize it, change it up, whatever you like. If it gives you ideas for what you might want to say, you might word it in your language, the way that you talk to people, because you might speak differently than I speak, saying the same thing. You want it to sound like you. And so the first thing that I do is I just give them this right here, what we need from you to run your scan. That's all they need right now. So they can give you the information, get that voice clip sent to you, and you run the scan. Now, once they've sent your voice clip and you're running their scan, this is where I send all the rest of this. And I send it in an email. I always ask for the email. It's right here in what they have to give us anyway. And so I copy and paste this in an email to let them know what to expect. So this is pre-education, so people don't freak out. It saves a lot of headache and it makes them feel more confident. And I just explained just briefly what AOScan technology is. You don't get all in depth. We don't want to go over people's head and we don't want to overwhelm. Just keep it simple, simple, simple. And then my preference to share is Easy Scan. Not right or wrong. It's my preference. That's what feels good for me. Some people only do inner voice. As a practitioner, I want people to have an Easy Scan because they're getting optimized in vitals and comprehensive. And the people that I'm sharing with want to know that. Other people are sharing with people who would not want to know that. So again, what resonates with you the most and the people that you're talking to? For me, Easy Scan that's my jam. And I explain just a little bit about it. I explain what they're going to receive, the 8 attachments, what the inner voice actually is. I explain about the notes, the musical notes, how to listen with earbuds or headphones because they're going to get the best results. If they have the colored glasses, probably not if they're getting a demonstration scan, but you can say, hey, notice the colors. And you can find like a towel or a shirt or something of that color to look at while you're listening. You don't even have to do that, but that's just an added thing depending on who your audience is. Yep, listening 2 to 3 times a day. That's pretty important because that helps balance the emotional and energetic body. And we know that when people are in fight or flight, they don't think straight, their body can't heal. Getting the body out of fight or flight is what inner voice does so that the body can now heal, so that we can reprogram subconscious thinking. I just give them brief information if they go look at the vitals and the comprehensive. Yes, I share this because I've already educated them ahead of time and I don't have to worry about them freaking out. I've already removed that from the scenario. Other people, that's not what is comfortable for them. So there is no right or wrong way to do this. Nobody's right or wrong. We have to know what is comfortable for us, and that's how we're going to share with other people. If you yourself are overwhelmed by the vital scan or the comprehensive scan, it's probably good for you not to share it with people because you're not going to feel comfortable. For me, it's pretty easy. I like to follow what Lauren says, keep it simple. This was meant to be simple, not complicated, and not overwhelming. Basically, you're explaining 5 is balanced homeostasis. Anything over 5 up to 9, that is acute, inflammatory, excessive energy. Anything under 5 down to 1 is depletion of energy, probably been going on for a while. These are called priorities. But I also want to explain the previous column and the current column. How many times do you get questions where people are like, well, this is my first scan. How come it shows previous numbers? They need that education. It's right here. I don't have to repeat it. It's already in that initial email telling them what to expect. It's already explaining when you first get scanned, this is where things are. After you're automatically optimized, this is where things fall. And we're only paying attention to the things that start 1 or 9 and stay 1 or 9 because those are priorities. Another thing to remind people, this is really important because people are going to want to call and say, hey, how do I interpret all this? We're not doing this call to interpret. We're doing this to give you an experience and to let you see what we have that can empower you. If you want a consultation, that's a completely different call, completely different appointment. Because for best results, it comes from scanning daily for 4 to 6 days, because frequencies are changing all the time. All kinds of things can affect your frequency, from something you just ate, someone you just talked to. But if you're scanning every day for 4 to 6 days and the same things keep coming up as double ones or double nines, we know that's something we need to pay attention to. It's not fluctuating with what got sprayed in the air or what emotion came up today. Okay. So we've already answered that question for them there, reminding them to listen to their files. It's about 3 minutes, so it's 12 minutes in total to listen to all of it. And if they can listen 3 to 4 times a day, that is ideal. But a lot of people starting out, they're going to be good just to do it once, and that's okay. So just a reminder that we're just giving them a glimpse into the full power of AO Scan. This is a sneak peek. If it resonates with them, we're going to hop on a call and we're going to talk about getting them empowered with their own subscription. Once they have their own subscription, they have training available. Solex has training. They're a part of a community where we have training. So they don't need all the answers. It either resonates or it doesn't. And that's really the basis of having a demonstration call. Pardon me just a moment. Didn't want to cough in your ear. So that's what I do. And I tell them after I've sent that in the email, I'll send back in Facebook Messenger, hey, I've just sent you an email. Make sure you grab that. You're going to get another email from the scan. And anyway, and then in Facebook Messenger, I'll say, hey, once you've had a chance to review it and listen to your custom tones, let me know how you felt and what questions you have. And then we can hop on a call. And again, we're not there to be their practitioner. We're not there to solve their problems. We're not there to diagnose anything. We're not there to connect the dots for them. We are there to show them what this is, what it can do for them, and get that experience of listening to their balancing harmonics. It's either going to resonate or it's not going to resonate. So if they're draining you and having all these questions and they're skeptical and they're just not believing it, they're not ready. And that's perfectly fine. It's no worries, because there's a whole world out there and we need to get in front of the people that it does resonate with, the people who are ready. So does this help take some of the edge off sharing with other people? Or do you have other ways that you share? Because that would be helpful, because this is just my way and there is no right or wrong. We're all doing it differently. So I'd love to hear from you guys how you're sharing. If you have other ways that you share that have been effective, because that might help someone else.
Thank you, Dr. Sheila. That was helpful. That's pretty much because I didn't really go into the easy scan, so I was probably doing a lot more. And you're right, it is overwhelming for people. So now I just sort of go, okay, what is it that you are looking to find out about? What part of your body is a concern? And we only look at those parts, even though they get all the info, so they know the kind of info they can get. But it's like, let's just focus on one thing because it is too much. Right. So yeah, I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you just don't want to get into a position of them asking you how to interpret everything, because that's not the mission of a demonstration. It is to expose it to them to see what it is about. And then you can offer them. When I first started, I used those. We had 3-day passes when I first started. I used those all the time and had a conversion of almost 10 out of 10. I almost always converted. But then when I started doing mass marketing, I started getting people that they don't even know what it is, but it's free, so they're going to take it. Well, I quit doing that because that got exhausting. I'm not going to waste my resources. We pay $125 for 6 of these passes. And I didn't mind giving them away for free when I knew I was going to convert people. It was just a business expense to me. But now, if I'm going to do massive promotions, you don't want the tire kickers. So I decided to start charging $49. Why $49? Because that's the cost of our yearly membership. So I tell them it's $49 if you want a 6 days to just use the whole thing yourself and see how it feels to you. If this feels really fun and great and interesting, then we can get your own subscription. But you can have a test drive for 6 days. And when you enroll with your own subscription, I will give you that $49 back to pay for your yearly membership that you're going to purchase. Works out really well.
Yep. Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anybody else have ideas? Anything else? Are you getting stuck anywhere when you're sharing with people or wanting to share with people?
I'm just going the other angle now, especially with the free membership. Just people that in the past wanted to buy something but weren't wanting to pay the $49, even though it's way cheaper to buy it wholesale, they just kind of expect you to buy it for them, and I'll just charge me the wholesale price, right? So I'm just following up and saying, hey, now you can have your cake and eat it too, till the
Yeah.
end of Jan, right?
Yep. Yep.
Just you can not pay the $49 and still get wholesale. So, and then you can do that for the whole year. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, family's the best at that, right? They don't want you.
Yep. Yep.
So, yeah.
So I don't tend to have those conversations, but I don't usually mention the options. To me, it's a one and done. There you've got a $49 a year membership, just like a Costco or Sam's Club or something like that, or a travel club or something. That's just the membership so that you have wholesale access. Now, this isn't really part of the demonstration scan call, but clarity, if someone's wanting to buy something as a PC, if they don't have a recurring auto ship, they lose their PC status. But they can be a QLA all year long and never lose that status. I bet I don't really talk about, buying something 1 month and maybe something a few months. For me, everybody needs the subscription, and then we'll talk about everything else we have.
Yeah.
So just getting them on that subscription and empowering them for daily use, I think is really important. So any other ideas? Missy, we completed the demo part, but we'll share the replay. I don't know if you have any ways that you like to share when you're offering demonstration scans, the way that you do it. Do you have anything that you care to share?
I have not shared a whole bunch. I would like to. That's why I want to learn more. But I
Okay.
typically do inner voice, which is what Sabrina told me to do. And I've heard other, people like you that know what to do say inner voice, and Lauren says the same thing. So I think that's the strongest thing in sending them the tones and encouraging them to listen to them. And then for me, it's my weak spot, but it's follow up. So if I follow up and find, I'm for some reason I think I might be afraid of feedback, but usually it's good.
Yeah,
People will say, yeah, they love the music, especially the new tones and the harmonics. So I'm,
absolutely.
I'm encouraging myself just to follow up. No matter what they say, it's their experience. It's not mine. So
Right. Yeah. So those are interesting points as well. And it's interesting that you tend to get the feedback of the areas that you feel confident or not confident. Because this is what I've seen when I'm working with people is the feedback they're giving me about what they're getting
mhm.
is a lot wound up in their own feelings. It's not
Yeah.
feedback that I get because I'm doing something a little bit different, but that's what I'm saying. Know your audience, know your own strengths. For me, I like Easy Scan because the people that I'm going to talk to, they want to see that they can scan all these things in the vitals and all these things in the comprehensive and find out
Mhm.
what's going on. They want to see
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
My people aren't overwhelmed by that information. And that's why I like to keep it really simple. And so that's what I was sharing with everyone. You'll get a copy of this as well, but this is what I send people just for that pre-education so that they're not overwhelmed and not freaking out. You just give them this brief education when you offer a complimentary scan so that they already know what's going on. They know what to expect, why we're doing the easy scan, what they're going to get in their email, the fact that they need to listen to those tones. And if they do go and look at their vitals and comprehensive, this is what they're going to see and what it means. So they don't have to be afraid or overwhelmed. It's just information. And the best information we get after 4 to 6 days of scanning. So we're not looking at this as a diagnostic tool. It is not diagnostic, it's
Right.
information. And
Mhm.
those frequencies are always changing. So the best information comes from daily scanning. If you're really wanting
Mhm.
to look at something, look and see what stays consistent no matter what the variables. Okay, so they already have that education. They're not expecting me to tell them what's wrong with them or put all the pieces together because that's a different appointment. If they want a consultation, we need to schedule a practitioner appointment, not a demonstration appointment. So,
Yeah, that's really good. And it's funny because the lady I just shared with a couple days ago, I did the easy scan on her and we went over all of this, but I didn't have this document. So that's wonderful.
yeah. And then I tell them at the bottom, this is just a glimpse into the full power of AO Scan. This is just a
Yeah.
tiny sneak peek for you to see if it resonates. That's the whole purpose of sharing this. They might not be ready, and
Yeah.
that's not up to us. If they're really skeptical and they're like shooting things down or they've got all these questions and they're like frantic, they're probably not ready, and that's
Yeah.
fine. And
Yeah.
you know, we can just tell them you're probably not ready for this. If there comes a time that this all makes more sense to you and it resonates with you, I'd be more than happy to show you again
Yeah. Yeah. I
because we're
like
not
that.
here to put the pieces together and diagnose and all that.
Right.
That's
Right.
not what it's for.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So that document has saved me a lot of headache because people are fully educated when it happens. Nobody's freaking out, and we've got a great follow-up. It either resonates with you or it doesn't.
So how early do you give it that to them, Sheila?
So when I make a post on Facebook or somewhere and I'm making an offer, the first thing I send them is just this paragraph, what I need from you. That's it. They get that usually in Facebook Messenger or whatever platform you're using. Okay.
Hmm.
Once I get this, now I've got their email. I'm running their scan and I send them an email with the rest of this, the welcome and all the explanation, to letting them know in about 10 minutes they're going to get this other email from Solex or AOScan and what to expect. Already set them up. And then after I send that email, I'm going to pop back into Messenger again. I'm going to say, hey, I just sent you an email. Make sure you go get it. And you're going to get another one from their scan results. And then once you've had a chance to review everything and listen to your tones, let me know what you experienced and if you have any questions. Now they're
Yeah.
getting back to me. And yes, sometimes the question comes up, well, what does all this mean? Well, that this call is not to answer all of those kinds of questions. If you want a practitioner consultation, we can do that. But I really wanted to show you what's possible here. And
Hmm.
when you have your own subscription, you get all kinds of training, free
Yeah.
training, the
Yeah.
extra paid training. You've got a whole community of support available. So you're not by yourself trying to figure all this out.
Right. And that way you're not spending so much time just trying to educate someone before they even decide to become a QLA.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see
Yes.
that happening a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So this will save you a lot of time and headache, and it will be much more comfortable for them, I think, having that pre-education.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. Good. Thank you. I'm going to download that.
Yep. I will put it in the Facebook group. I did that earlier today. We had another call earlier today for the international people. But you're welcome to use it, change it, customize it, make it your own language, whatever. It's just been pretty effective for me.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Anyone else? We've got a few minutes. I don't want to make these calls more than 30 because we all are short on time and just want to respect it and still get some good training in. So Any questions, suggestions, comments, anything?
Sheila, are these calls recorded in case I can't make it? Because I was surprised I could make it tonight, actually, the last 15 minutes.
I did record it, yes.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure it's recording. Yes, it is recording. These will be recorded twice on Mondays because I do 2 calls.
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not sure what I'm doing next week. I forgot. I had it written down and I'm already working on it, but I can't remember what it is.
That's all right.
I think it's explaining the AOScan technology. So that'll be a good one.
Very good. Okay.
So
Wonderful.
I really appreciate you all showing up. This is so much. I'm really looking forward to these training calls. This is really fun doing this and seeing your faces and hearing, what I can do to help you and make this easier for you. So,
Yeah. It's very valuable.
yeah, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, Sheila.
You are very welcome. You guys be blessed, and I hope I see you Wednesday.
Yeah.
Have a great evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye.